that picture.
Oh yeah. Well, I wonder if we just go that way.
I better check.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's what I was saying. Went over there for a second just to so you're not bothered by where I'm. Whatever it is.
You are never bothering
Yeah.
me. Hey guys, look who we got. We got Trent and Molly in the house. They are literally on the way to see Trump, talk to him about
Is he white right now?
cryptocurrencies. Inside the White House. Look at all the cameras they got passing by. Wow. That's how official we are, guys. Yep. Trent made it into the Trump dinner and he's gonna go talk to him. How is it out there, Trent, in DC?
Well, over here in DC, I'm just trying to get Trump to stop nuking the crypto market while he's inadvertently.
I can't hear you. Say it a little louder.
Well, I'm trying to get Trump to stop nuking the crypto market as he's inadvertently, nuking Iran. So,
We don't want our banks to go down, right, Trent?
yeah. I don't know. It's a tough thing. Like, people are like, not our war. You know what I mean? But
So,
then again, I saw something really interesting today. I'll tell you what, on X, someone was like, "Hey, not really about, this is not really about getting in. It's bigger than Israel and Iran. From Trump's perspective, it's about natural resources. It's about oil. It's about trade. It's about BRICS, and it's about Trump positioning the U.S. to be in to deleverage Iran's control over trade and oil and natural resources and such. So that's a pretty interesting perspective. And they suggested that it's even Trump leveraging earlier rate cuts.
well,
Think
that's
about
pretty
it.
interesting. So, are we lining up for a bullish summer or a bullish fall?
I'm thinking every day that goes by, I'm thinking 127,000 or so by July. Crypto Lifer was saying earlier, obviously, not set in stone, but $127,000 by July 12th.
How did he come up with that number? Was he charting it on like the
Charting it.
was he charting it on the four hour? Can you mimic those charts for us tomorrow?
Yeah, charting it on the daily.
Yeah, wow. We'll have to take a look at the daily then.
But the tweet that I saw was saying, hey, the war, like the war machine, will cause necessary rate cuts. And
Mm.
so the idea that for Trump this is bigger than just, like I said, Israel or Iran. It's bigger than just that involvement. It's about trade. It's about oil. It's about natural resources, and it's about getting his way with rate cuts. So I don't know. I mean, that, like, they
Well,
have a point.
so what happened last time? Like with we went to like the was it Russia Ukraine war? Like the market starts off like super bearish because they don't know how to react to it, and then it becomes bullish again, right?
Right. Right. Bitcoin saw like a move from the mid 30s to like $48,000 right after the Ukraine war. And like, man, people thought we were going to break 50 and head back up to 64 and all time highs and all that.
So it's pretty interesting then. So you thinking that we're gonna have a rate cut, but in July?
I, Me personally, I don't. I just thought that tweet was interesting. I still think that we're looking at quarter four for rate cuts, but, but my
Quarter four lands in
percentage.
fall, right?
Yeah, my percentage just went up a little bit. I still don't think we do, but my percentage that we get rate cuts in July, it just went up a little bit not because of the war, because of the potential of the United States getting involved in the war. That's what would trigger
Yeah.
rate cuts because you need stimulus at that
So
point.
so what do you think of Trump's tweets? Did you see him today?
Yeah, I thought he's like,
What did
I
he
don't know.
say?
I don't know if he's a maniac or the best 4D chess player on the planet.
He said unconditional surrender. Does that
Yeah.
sound? Does that sound? What's up, Jesse? Unconditional surrender. Does that sound pretty intimidating?
if I was Iran, he also jumped on Twitter and said basically to the supreme leader of Iran, we know
Yes.
exactly where you're at.
You want me to read it to you?
Yeah.
He says we know exactly where the so-called supreme leader quotations is hiding. He's easy target, but is safe there. We are not going to kill him. We're not going to take him out. Kill, at least not for now. But we don't want missiles shot at civilians or American soldiers. Our patience is wearing thin. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Well,
Yeah.
that was his second warning. What do you say to that? What if that
Dude.
supreme leader is actually hiding like in the mall? He's going,
If I was the supreme leader of Iran, I'd be shaking in my turban right now.
your turban. Yeah, that was pretty intimidating. Actually, I think that's the tweet that brought the whole markets down today.
Yeah.
Well, then he had another one that said, "We now have complete and total." You know what? I should share the screen. What am I doing? What am I doing, guys? I should be sharing this so you guys can see it too. Right, Trent?
Yeah.
It might not. Oh, add to screen. I got to figure out how you did it and zoomed in on it. Maybe I don't know if that helped or not. Let me know if that helped, guys. So then he says, we now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran. Iran had a good sky trackers and other defense equipment and plenty of it, but it doesn't compare to American-made, conceived, and manufactured stuff. Nobody does it better than the USA. That's pretty intimidating, Trent.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to see any more of it come out tomorrow?
Do I think what?
Do you think we'll see Trump tweet any more tomorrow about
the
war? You think so?
Oh yeah, I think
How do you
so.
think the markets are going to? Oh, by the way, ASMR. How do you think the markets are going to react tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm hoping that today's pressure was so much to the downside. I'm hoping that we're just pricing in anything else that could be said,
Yeah.
apart from some kind of full scale invasion or something like that. It seems like we're pricing in all of the potentials already, and we're still holding well above 100K. So I'm still more bullish than bearish.
Yeah. So you think we're gonna finish June strong? 13 days left. 14
I think
days,
so.
which is crazy to think they're already halfway done with this month.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think so. We end with a green monthly candle for sure.
At 115.
Well, where did the monthly candle close last month?
At 105.
Yeah, I don't know. Anywhere above 105.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you think about? How do you feel about the Genius Act being passed today?
Yeah, that's good news. I think that the news of the passing was right around when we started to reverse today, right? I don't know if that's directly because of it, but yeah, I feel good about it.
4 hours ago. I would say yeah, it was directly from it.
Yeah.
4 hours was posted 4 or 5 hours ago. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, somewhere in here.
Yeah,
I would say that was directly caused. So next we have the Clarity Act, right? Because those go hand in hand. So do you know Coinbase's stock went up off that news, or do you think it was pumping this week? Because everybody wants to buy Coinbase stock. In fact, I think I just heard Kathy Wood said she was going to buy $50 million of it at $150, which is like an all-time high. Which everybody's like, hey, everybody knows you don't buy the all-time high. Yeah, unless you're a hedge fund investor. Hey, what's up, Sean? Well, we got a couple comments coming in from Jesse too. Jesse says, "Hello guys. Remember how they found Saddam Hussein hiding in a hole filled with trash? Yeah, Trump really got the markets with that today. And we do have FOMC tomorrow. I think Jerome pauses tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, isn't he been paused? Like, isn't he just like not doing it? That's the same thing as pausing, right?
Right. Right. That is the yeah. It is paused right now. Is the point for sure. Uh we want a resuming of cuts. you
Yeah.
know.
Well, they're
Um,
coming. They're coming.
yeah.
Jesse and Sean, if you guys haven't already, please hit that like button for us.
Yeah.
Just the FYI.
So I'll say right now, I'll let you guys know where I'm at, what's going on with me. I'm not actually in DC, but I'm
Yes, you are. It's a white building.
I'm down here at the hospital because my dad burned his foot, so we're waiting to see him right now. But I wanted to hop on and say hi to everyone and yeah,
Wait,
pray for my dad if you would, and um, you know, yeah. So I was just hopping off from. Oh God, you don't have to do that.
just tasty.
So
Looks like a little piece of beef jerky.
yeah. So
A little saltier.
yeah. So yeah, that's that, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
See you on the flippity flop, Trent.
Peace.
Dab out. Dab out. There you go. Yeah. That's how we roll in the brew crew. Most hydrated crew in the community. All right. We're in the news. Let's go into some deeper depth of the news. Mr. Coin Telegraph. How do I shrink this screen back to? Exit to full screen. Get well soon. You know what? Before I go into the news, I'm going to look at Zebek just because I want to. Zebek chain. Sean in the house. Sean is in the house. He's in the White House. Where's Zebek at? I thought I see. Oh, here it is. What did we say, Sean? A couple, I don't know, when you asked us like 3 or 4 days ago, and we were like, I'm pretty sure we said it was going to go down for a little bit. And it wanted to break up. We got some manipulation. Wanted to break up. We got manipulation. Wanted to break up. We got more manipulation. Which, in all fairness to Zebek, I'm pretty sure Bitcoin had the same manipulation happen. So it's probably through all markets, and this is just mimicking it. I remember I was on the 15-minute, and we had all this manipulation. I'm pretty sure that's when it happened on Zebek too, but I just changed the time frames up a little bit, so it made it more visible. So we jump back over. See, the manipulation was still there. 15-minute, huh? What do we have here? Interesting, Sean. Interesting. The one thing I'm skeptical of off the bat, this is super short term. We do have a red X that's printing, so projecting another red candle. But if we're looking at this momentum wave, let's actually shrink it down to the 15-minute. Now we're really watching this blue momentum wave right now because we have the money flow shrinking. So it's getting small, it's getting small, it's getting small. So there's more interaction with the market. We hit oversold territory back here when we were getting these giant dips. So now we know we're oversold. We know money flow is coming in. Strength's plateauing, but the VWAP had a larger dip and we're kind of curving up. So if I had to guess, short term, macro, whatever, I think we might have a couple green candles for this hour. And then we might get the VWAP might close above the zero line, and we might get an anchor trigger wave where you can say bulls are in control, bulls are in control, bulls are coming back. And another thing that we have going for us on the short term is we have this giant rounded bottom coming in. Now the problem is rounded bottoms, if they break down pretty meanly. But if this ends up turning into a trigger wave, we get that rounded bottom, we can start working our way up over the next hour. We trade flat, we start doing that. We do have the CME gap right there, which we should at least fill that at some point. We have the 21 coming in right here. It's a nice thicker. ain't pushing down as much. It is definitely I'm happy he'll with Zebek got 0.002, got to go T 2 mil ill 2 milli. Okay, well I think you're saying you got 2 million Zebek. I think we're getting around the bottom of the 21. It's looking good. It really kind of depends to what Bitcoin's doing, because it seems like this actually traced it pretty well. I'm still on my paint pen. Whoops. We'll jump up to a larger time frames, and that red dot right here that we actually just had confirmed is probably saying we might retest the $40.70 level. Oh, actually, I take it back. If you have 2 million, I'm happy as he'll with the bet got it at. Wow, if you're saying you bought it at a 002 and you're at $40, that's like 1,000x gains. That'd be huge. That would be massive, Sean. I hope that's what I'm reading. Another thing that we have going for it too in the 1 hour is we have all these green dots saying like we kind of marked bottom minus the manipulation, but even this manipulation didn't really push us down to the past the previous one, which is a good sign. And the momentum waves are curving up now. But the VWAP is kind of, gotta keep an eye on the VWAP, man. The VWAP hasn't been playing super nice. This is kind of a sideways pattern. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna take a shot in the dark, and I'm gonna say I'm bullish on it. It's not $40. And what the hell am I looking at? Zcash? Am I looking at Zcash? Son of a biscuit. Am I looking at the wrong coin? Oh, I was looking at the wrong coin. Ah, what the hell, man? I was looking at Zcash. Did I swore I had that saved in there. Or is this it? What? Why is it saying Zebek Network? It's saved. It says, wait. Okay, now I'm good. I think. Okay. You know, this is making a lot more sense now. I'm like, what? No way. Stupid Zcash. Who put that there, man? I thought I was looking at Zebek. It's only because I only look at Zebek when you're looking at Zebek. Okay. No. Now this is making a lot more sense. Let me figure out what the hell I'm looking at now. Well, we're at good support levels. What? Alt H. Alt H. Okay. I was going to say we're at support. All right. Figure out what I'm looking at here. Playing off the music. Can you guys hear the music? Oh, there it is. All right. Well, it's pumping. We got green candles coming in. Almost same thing like I was looking at. Rounded bottom. We're at support. Bulls are in control. Triple, I would say we're damn near close to a triple bottom, which is a super sexy sign on any chart ever. I'm pretty sure if Trent was here, because we were just starting these, he would say head, shoulder, head and shoulder patterns to the upside. Here we come, man. We're going to come fill up the CME gap. We're pumping. We're pumping hard. The momentum waves reset. Check it out. Look at the VWAP right here. Look at that VWAP. Freaking nice, dude. It's stacked like that. You know, sometimes you can kind of tell if they're like kind of plateauing. They're like just splashing, almost like a springboard actually to the opposite side. That VWAP is screaming upwards. We got strength coming in. It's oversold. You almost have some sort of divergence going on. Triple bottom. It's just, dude, this is looking good on the 15-minute. I have no complaints. Now let's check the larger time frames. Same thing, man. The 1 hour is still, I still am feeling really good about this. The strong level. It's at VWAP. Look at the VWAP. It is doing that coming up on the 30-minute also. Yeah, I think we're gonna get a monster move. I think we're gonna get a nice move off this. And when nice, I'm saying we probably could fill up 44.3. See it fill that CME gap. And then we can probably reevaluate. That's what I'm guessing will be our next move. Maybe 4.2. Checking the larger time frame. Larger time frames haven't quite played out yet. Look at the strength. The oversold's coming down. Strength coming down. Now, this is a little trickier because we don't have a lot to visually see on this wave. But we can get a tight trigger wave. We'll get a green candle, that a engulfing candle, like poof, like that. Make it a little bit more realistic, you know. I think we can wake up to 4.3, 4.4 for sure. I think that's in the cards. Now, if you want to look at like larger time frames, bullish over next 12 hours, 10 hours. And hopefully we're at 2.6. We can flip this and turn to a green dot just above the zero line. I like my green dots below them and have like a full reset, but hopefully we can get a green dot to actually play it out a little longer term. The red X has me a little nervous, but we still have 9 hours to cancel that. So red dot and a red X, and DBSI saying it would expect us to close negative on the 12 hour. But it's getting pretty oversold, man. 12 hours still says we have come down. Has more to come down. Where can we revisit? You know what has me nervous though about this long term? What's up, Paul? What's crackin' dog? Haven't seen you in a hot minute. Cheers, Bitcoiners and crypto degens. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. I've been loving them Bitcoin, dude, since we have been talking. Bitcoin's fine. Bitcoin is fine. What you had nervous, Sean, is that we have a double top. We're at this last support line right here. That was actually a really bad line. Come here, you move. You missed Trent, Paul. We have this bad support line right here, our last support, and I think if we break that, we're heading down to this level area. You know, we might make a quick dip down right in here in this zone, but I'm thinking that we'll probably come pretty low long term. Yeah, I'd be short term bullish, long term bearish, Sean. I'm worried about that double. I'm worried about that double top. I'm worried about the red dot VWAP coming down and the green money flows coming out on the daily. Ooh. Yeah, Sean. The weekly confirmed a red dot. I'd be really nervous about that. And you could say bulls are in control, bulls are in control, bulls are in control. And using this argument, before we had to reset the pattern, we had to come down. So like we had a red dot, it had to reset. It breathes, we pump up. Great, that was a good move. Had to reset, we come down. We get another green dot and it pumps up. We're even harder. Well, we're probably coming down, Sean, until we get a reset. So strong signs showing the good push back down. And look, when we had those resets, it came back down to almost the support. I mean, off the first one, we pumped up. We came back down to like 0. We shot up really hard, came back down to 0. We get another one, we shoot way hard. So now, if I had to guess, I'm on the paint pen. We'll kind of do this. Something like that. And we hit that 0 line, and then maybe we might get another pump. Could be wrong. I'm just showing you what I see. Not financial advice, but there is a trend pattern right here. All right, we're gonna go over to some news unless anybody has other coins we want to look at real quick, and then if not, we'll come back and revisit. All right, Bitcoin price rally set to follow today's correction if history repeats. I think most of the stuff's gonna be covered in what happened in crypto today. I'd be very surprised. Yeah, see. You're welcome, Sean. Hopefully that little bit of wisdom helps you out, or whatever I saw. You can call it wisdom. Maybe it's a warning. Maybe it's a sign to stay in. I wouldn't say so long term, but you never know, dude. Charts do funny things with tweets. The guiding and establishing national innovation of the U.S. Stablecoins Genius Act is one step closer to becoming a law in the U.S. after the U.S. Senate voted to pass an amended version of the bill. In a Tuesday vote, 68-30, a majority of the House senators chose to pass the Genius Act. Roughly 6 weeks after Tennessee Senator Bill Hagerty, I don't know, introduced the legislation. The bill's companion, the Stable Act, I thought it was a Clarity Act, is the companion. Stable Act, I'm pretty sure they meant Clarity Act. I'm pretty sure. That can't be a thing. Is that a thing? Is the Stable Act a thing? I gotta look this up now. Well, it says it's a thing. Maybe it is a thing. And I'm just dumb. I thought it was Clarity Act. I'm pretty sure it's the Clarity Act, the other one. Maybe considered into the House of Representatives next, where it could face additional proposals for amendments. With the bill, the United States is one step closer to becoming the global leader in crypto, said Hagerty from the Senate floor before a Tuesday vote, adding, once the Genius Act is law, business of all sizes of Americans across the country will be able to settle payments nearly instantly rather than waiting for days or sometimes even weeks. The Genius Act initially failed a cloture vote in the Senate in May in response to Democrat opposition to the U.S. President Donald Trump connection to cryptocurrencies industry. The Trump family has a significant stake in Will Liberty Financial, which has issued its own USD1 stablecoin in March. It is unclear whether the stablecoin legislation will have enough support to pass the House. Republicans also hold a slim majority over Democrats. Trump's AI crypto czar David Sachs suggested in May that the president would support the bill passed by the Republican-controlled Congress. Time out. Time out. Bear down. That was a thing of unfortunate events. First thing was, as I spilt my beer. That's always a negative thing. The second thing was, is I knocked over my mic, and I caught it, but now everything's gonna smell like beer. So, yeah, that's kind of like one of those things. I even got the subscribe bell, guys. That smells like beer. It might not ring right. So, hey, smash that like, hit that subscribe. Whoopsies. Did I do that? Quote unquote, 90s, probably much, I guess early 2000s. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. That movie's probably like 20 years old now. Does that make you feel old? Beer is always a good cleaner. I need a drink after that. Yeah, it looks good now. All right, giving my stuff back. I have my cards, guys. That's my box of cards I hand out to people in public, or mail them to other influencers to try to get more involved. Oh, my bad. What do you think of the ETFs being passed? Guys, I knocked over my beer again. It's in my keyboard now. Oh my gosh. God dang it. 1 second. I have to go get, I got beer on my forehead. I have to go get a freaking thing. All right. Give me 1 second. I gotta spray this beer out of my keyboard. Otherwise, it's gonna get in there forever. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. Ay, ay, ay. The canned air's running out too. I can't believe that just happened twice. That was bad. I apologize, guys. Sometimes the beer hits you quicker than you think. I blame this on bad luck from looking at the Zibek chain. Come on, man. And I'm out of canned air. Well, what you gonna do? It is what it is, I guess. All right. Well, we're losing subscribers by the people watching by the second. Party foul. Yeah, there was a bad party foul. Strike 1. Not strike 2, man. I'm almost striking out. I gotta finish this before I spill it again. Okay, where was I at? What do I think of the ETFs being passed for approval tomorrow in Canada? You know, I haven't had a lot of thought on that, actually. Let's pull it up and we'll look at it together, and I'll tell you what I think. Wow, that was fantastic. I'm gonna close that one down. I'm gonna share this tab once I pull this up because I don't want you guys to see my search history. Just being totally honest. And my D button's not working. ETF vote tomorrow. I don't know. You guys see that? They're supposed to go on the Toronto Stock Exchange. You know, I think I heard about that. I mean, I know I heard about it, but I don't know how much I know off the top of my head on it. Top ETFs to watch ahead of Canada's 2025 election. Is this what I'm looking for? What exchanges are they looking at? Not exchanges, but ETFs. Or is it just for XRP? Is it just for XRP? Oh, I guess it won't let you show my history. And I want to expect, to be honest with you, you know, I'm not even gonna pull it up. I give up. I can already tell you what my thoughts are on it. I don't think it's gonna do anything, to be honest with you. You know, can I share the screen? Oh, what? It completely closed it out when I did that? That's interesting. I wonder why I did that. Just because I closed the browser, I feel like my screen should still be sharing. You know, I'll go on this one. And yeah, there we go. I don't think it's going to do anything. I think US controls everything. And, you know, XRP was primarily like already being ran all over the whole freaking world before the US did anything. I would expect XRP more likely to move off this Genius Bill Act through RLUSD, their stable coin. You know, let's pull up XRP. What do we see on the news on XRP? Well, you know what? We're getting pretty close to our freaking trigger wave. Hey, I have a question for you, Jesse, because you're in the chat and you're talking. If I click this button, does this zoom in any more on the screen? I just made it full screen. I'm kind of curious if that made it easier for you guys to see. Let me know. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm crazy bullish on Canadian spot ETFs or whatever. Just XRP, what I've seen. Well, it's getting ready to pump again. I mean, this is the 15-minute. We ran up to 233 earlier. And the money flow, see the green wave? The green wave shrinks. As soon as this green wave peaks, it starts to shrink and money flow is coming out. Vice versa with the red. You know, as soon as we start shrinking on the red, we had that little pump up here, came back down, but it's been slowly climbing out. I think it's about to reset. Yeah, and you can see the momentum waves are bigger than the trigger waves on the top side. So yeah, we're getting slight trigger waves, but this wave's getting farther away. It's running out of steam. It looks good. Did it zoom in anymore, or did it zoom out? The VWAP is shrinking to the downside for a second. Let's look at the little longer. It looks like we're having a reset on our blue momentum waves right now to the upside. Like it's starting to push up. I think we could break out. Kind of like how we had a reset right here, and the full wave pattern had to play out, and then it had to come down, and then these dots usually play a role in telling you when the new wave's resetting or when we're trying to do something. We had a breakout right there, and that's where we had this another blue wave. And now we came down, and you can see it was starting to reset. The blue momentum was starting to curve in. We're on a green dot right now. The VWAP's kind of coming down just slightly. It's kind of like an more like a sideways action because we're in this support level. Like how much lower can it go, right? We are in the 4 hours as the green money flow is coming in. The VWAP's still below the zero line at -11. So which is not the greatest sign, but if this turns into a trigger wave, we'll have another on the larger time from the 4 hour. We'll have it looks the same. Well, that's so lame. I'm gonna turn it back then. If this could turn into a trigger wave, I would say we'll pump him back up. It's kind of weird. It's almost like a double top. What's that look like on regular candles? Ooh, it does look like a double top, doesn't it? A really big cup and handy. Green wave's coming up slightly though. I think this is I think we're gonna have a green day tomorrow. I hope so. We had a blood diamond red X right here, blood diamond red X right here, and it pushed us down to 205. If this can push us back down that low, it'd be 208. But then we're going to catapult back up. I mean, look at it. We pushed down, we catapulted right back up. Pushed down, we catapulted back up to, we wicked up to 233. We're getting pushed down again. I think if we go down lower, we'll probably get a catapult-like reaction. Great, man. XRP's a pain in the ass to look at. And one thing I can tell you is this could get really bullish real fast. We get a green dot. We have 4 days left on the weekly. Guess we'll have to see. 30-minute red dot. VWAP slightly coming down. I mean, how much low is it going to break though? 212 maybe. Maybe. I don't know, man. Yeah, I like going back to your question. I don't think the Canadian spot ETF will even do anything. Even look at like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and even Solana, like the announcement they were going to file one. They all got that momentum going into it. As soon as it was filed, they like dropped, right? So that's kind of what I'll be thinking about. I don't think it's going to pump on that news. I think it might get something on the stablecoin act. Let's take a look over on the freaking daily on Crypto Bubbles. Let's check it out, guys. I can't believe I spilled my beer twice. Like, come on. I was actually talking to JJ Crypto's Corner, guys. If you haven't followed him over there on YouTube, man, you gotta check him out. He puts out solid, good content too. And he does a lot of giveaways. We haven't got big enough to do giveaways yet. I would love to do giveaways for you guys. It's like my agenda to grow big enough. I can just give back to the community and just have a lot of fun with you guys. Like, I want to get to a point where I don't need the money, and I just do this for fun. And I just do giveaways, and we drink beer and hang out and have a good time. I don't think we will Bart Simpson because we stuck at the range for a while. I don't think we'll Bart Simpson either. I thought for a while we could. I really did. And there was a couple of times I got kind of a little nervous in there, but I don't think we'll Bart Simpson. The one thing I was looking at to Sean, where we were just talking about, this almost looks like a double top. So I'm looking at Crypto's Bubbles. This is a monthly blue line. So if you look at monthly candles, you won't see it, as I saw earlier on JJ's Crypto Corner. We were talking about it earlier. So like on a daily or maybe a 12-hour, you'll see this double top happening on SPX 6900. And it makes me a little nervous, man. I'm not going to lie. This makes me feel like it's going to break back down to kind of like what Zebek was doing. Actually, you know what? We're going to take a look at this, man. Because this is kind of serious because a lot of people are super bullish on SPX. I worry about everybody, man. So we're going to take a look at it. I mean, that is a very grotesque, very disgusting looking chart. Okay. Look, we peaked up, we broke down, kind of came up a little bit, we broke back down, broke down. We came all the way back up top, couldn't reclaim it. We closed right here. I mean, that's very scary, man. That, even on the regular counts, dude, that's a classic double top. And look, they broke down a lower, what's it called? A lower high, like compared to this candle went lower than the previous red candle. That's what makes me super nervous. And there's not a lot of support right here. Okay, and look how fast XPX rose up when everybody was like, I wish I was in this coin. You look up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It didn't really establish. It does look like a change in structure. It really makes me nervous for a lot of people in here. Now, I don't hold any, and I have some friends that hold massive amounts. Jordan is in here. He's one of our subscribers. This is his #1 coin. He went all in on, and I'm just a little nervous. Even look at the blue momentum waves. How we always say when you get above 60, we get fake outs. Okay, boom. We had the fake out. We got the green dot. We came back up. Boom. We're in the 80s. Means we can reset and cool off and still be okay. There was our one fake out. Boom. We hit the green dot. We come back up. We're not going as high, just barely, maybe clipping 60, 63, come back down, get a green dot, boom. We know we're still going. We get a red dot right here, guys. So now look at the waves. This is how market cycle works, and it is pretty effing accurate, bro. One thing I like about Crypto Face is he says he uses the structures as like a sign, but he says the data is better than the structure because the data is going to tell you more accurately how often does it play out. We got a red dot right here, okay? Right here on this candle saying GTFO, we're going to cool off and come down. We did. We came down, boom. Got another green dot like the previous ones. You can say open long, you open your long. You watch it not reclaim, come back down, get a red dot. You said, shoot, it's over, structure's claiming, close out. Momentum wave's coming down. VWAP is down below. Even the green wave is thick. Now, the thing is, this green wave, if it can stay up, it would be okay. But I'm nervous because look, we have a -17 right now on the yellow VWAP. That's pretty scary. I mean, the last time we had a -17 VWAP, I can't even see it, dude. Let's try to put Alt H in here and see if I can put a line on there. Why is it not putting a line? Did I put something on there? I did do something. I don't really know what I did. Okay. I swear it's Alt H. Alt G. Why is it not shooting the freaking support line? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. But we're gonna, man, what the hell? Alt H is not working. This is gonna drive me nuts. Well, we're gonna try to scoot around, okay? We're gonna scoot around and see what we can manually find, okay? So we're at -17.8 right now. This didn't get there. That was -15. So we do get a higher up there. Like this is a +24. And you can kind of see as we broke up the positive, as we were coming down, the price was still going up. So as we're down right now, if it still comes up, we could still have the price reset on the yellow VWAP wave, okay? Positive, this is just barely above it. This is 23, so same thing. We broke up as we were coming down. The price was still pumping. Once we cross that zero line is where we get into that danger zone. Cross the zero line, we come down and reset. Where are we at right here? -19. There we go. We're at -17. But you know what's different though is we don't have a double top here. I mean, if you have to go back and back test it, I just don't feel super great about it. And you know, this could also be a sign This is almost kind of like a double top. You could almost say this was a double top right here. Does this mimic it? Oh, it just reset where I was at. You sucker. Oh, you sucker. I'm going to go back over here. We're not going to switch to hiking a she or off hiking a she. We hit what is this? A negative almost 17, and it stayed below, and we continued to go down. So, you know, if I had to guess, and that's pretty good. Cause see, like we had the same thing. Red dot, reset, boom, we go up. Red dot, we used to get the green dot, boom, we go up. This is actually pretty similar structure. But we're probably like right here right now, and this other one playing out. Green money flow is coming down, so it might come back down and reset, you know. But money flow is still leaving. VWAP still below the zero line, and I'm gonna say bearish, and I'm gonna spell it out because we're gonna come back to this and we're gonna watch it play out. Bearish. All right, and we're gonna circle it and we're gonna watch this play out. I hope I'm wrong. What time is it? I'm gonna stream 46 minutes. Okay, cool. That's still good. All right, back to crypto bubbles. Now we got to have a giant lesson on why I'm worried about SPX. What should we look at next? What do we do when we want to do? So, you know, Farcoin structure looks different than SPX's structure. Like SPX structure looks like it's in that falling wedge, which I feel okay about. SPX makes me nervous. What's its market cap? 1.24 billion. I'm still nervous, man. Oh. Whiff. Dog with hat. Okay. Cardano. Same thing. Hey, it's Zebek. Just kidding. It's Zcash. Sucker, man. I tried that sucker out earlier. I feel so bad for you guys, man. I brought you all this bad news when I thought about everything. I'm like, Zebek, I'm bearish on. SPX, I'm bearish on. Bitcoin, I'm probably bearish on. Have we actually looked at Bitcoin? Dude, my average entry price to Ondo, you guys want to know what it is? 88 cents. I felt like I scored on that too. But you know what else? It's really interesting. My average price on Hedera Hashgraph is like 4.5 cents. Or maybe it might be like 6 cents. And then it went down to like 4.5 cents. I was going, man, well, I wish I bought more down there. I wish I bought more at that 4.5 cent mark, but you know, you DCA in. But guys, freaking Hedera is at like 15 cents right now. Even after all this negativity action, you have 15 cents. I'm still crushing it, you know? So sometimes you just got to remember that. Like, you just can't let yourself get beat down on trying to get the perfect entry. That almost never happens. BTC. Gotta be careful with Arrow. It's pumped up really hard. You'd have a shoulder, head, and shoulder to the downside. I'd be careful with Arrow drop right now. They've been pumping hard. What's IP? Story? I don't even know what this is. It's not that old. Top 79 project though. Let's take a look at some charts again. When we go over to some news too, and we've kind of been jumping around. We don't really have a structure. Trent's dad burned his fur on a George Foreman grill, so kind of cook bacon in the morning. He loves waking up to that smell of bacon. Yeah, I didn't actually see that earlier. That's a blood diamond on Bitcoin on 12-hour. Oh, ooh. You know what? I think we're going to get more news tomorrow. Trump's going to tweet out. I think that we are coming lower. I hope we don't break 100K. I hope we don't break 100K. I would not be surprised to see us go down more. And the DBSI has a 22 saying we're projected to make another red candle. Eef. Eefy. The daily also says we could be taking a break. Look at the strength. It's like pooping down. We're overbought. I've been freaking super high bought up. VWAP. The last thing we had is a red dot. Hopefully that red dot doesn't play out. But look at that blue wave, man. I mean, I didn't super zoom in on it, but it does look like it opens door to the downside. And the green wave, let's say this peak. This is probably the peak right here. Maybe that, but let's say I'm gonna say this is the peak. And we've been curving down. Crypto Lifer, Trent was saying he saw us going to what do you say, 115? And I hope we can make it a 115. I don't know if I'm feeling that 115 looking at this chart. Now, if we could get some really bullish news and a positive tweet like the war ended and something like that, and this turned into a trigger wave, I'd feel a lot better. The one thing though, compared to the daily and the 2-day, the structure has pretty much reset back down to the zero line, which is good. I would like to see it go deeper down into the, I don't know, bearish levels, like at 55 to a negative 55, to see a good structure reset without dropping the price that much. Double top. Eefy, man. Kind of sketch. Are we going to get one more push down? You know, I can't remember. I think it might have been George. He was talking today. George Cryptos R Us. And he said, traditionally looking at like the market dominance from previous cycles with Bitcoin. So we're in this structure right here on the week. I'm going to see if I can stretch that to the monthly. The reason why I stretch it out to the monthly, because I want to show you guys something, which I'm not going to do as good as job. Man, get off the freaking pen. This is the market dominance, right? Normally, we don't have trends. We're just chip and dominance like that. And the reason why I'm saying chip so many times, because I'm trying to make a point, is usually it's like chunk, little reset, chunk. Then we get our reset. So what's different is this time we've been making all these little chips upwards. And to get our altcoin season, we're going to have a good fat drop, like boom, there was an altcoin season, altcoin push. Boom, that was a fat altcoin push. Okay, that was actually like bear market. Like that was like mostly altcoin season. We kind of came up and boom, we probably had altcoin season and the rest was down. Like we stopped right here until that was it. And then we continued red. Well, if we're chipping at like this cycle, he said a standard cycle, you can see Bitcoin drop at this time where we're currently at. The average cycle, we're at 1,020 days, and the standard altcoin season's 1,084 days. So we still could have 2-3 months of bad action, and we could have a 50% drop down, or not 50%, maybe it was like 30%. Drop down Bitcoin prices, and the altcoins just get slaughtered and obliterated before they go on their rally. And how many people would watch their banks get squashed like that? 30% on top of this, 40%. Let's say Bitcoin 30%, altcoins like 50%, like overnight, like slaughtered. Everybody would be so devastated. Like, no, the season's not happening. So there's a theory that what we're seeing right here with these little tiny moves up with dominance we could see a super cycle, and maybe this happens. This goes on for another freaking year, and then we get a drop. I freaking don't know. This is such an interesting cycle. We never had such a crypto pro president. We never had big, beautiful bills being passed with changes, spending, and tax cuts, and we don't have Jerome Powell leaving normally, and somebody wants to get in there that's more bullish. Like, there's a lot of freaking news coming out right now that is very intriguing to watch play out. I'm just trying to encourage you guys to hang in there. We don't really know how this is going to happen. We're going to hang in together. I would be wary about being in SPX right now. I would be hanging there holding my bags, but that's what I've been doing. I haven't sold anything. Man. Sometimes I kick myself when I'm selling it. I'm like, dang it, I should have sold something. Looking at ETH. That almost looks like a double top. All right, it probably was a double top rather than the monthly still. We want a better picture of Ethereum. We want to paint a better picture. Came down, structure reset on this green dot. I remember this day. You guys all remember this day. We all thought it was doom and gloom. ETH was at 1479. Like, when was the last time that low? Oh, way over here. Oh, that's a good spot to buy. Like, how much can it go lower? 1,000. That would have been a really good spot to long. Like, hard long. 21 breaks up. The market, we're up here on the momentum waves. We're having this weird funky structure. I'm watching it sideways, ching chong and ching chong and ching chong, and back up and down, up and down. Structure starts resetting, trigger wave to the downside. Resets, trigger wave to the upside. Gets second trigger to the downside, and now we might be getting another trigger to the upside on the daily on Ethereum. The weekly is looking bearish. Weekly is looking bearish. The VWAP is below the zero line. I would say I'm bearish on the daily too on Ethereum, and I wouldn't be surprised to see us break down to $2,000. Should have sold in December. Yeah, I know, right? I feel it every day, every freaking day. I'm still waiting for the next alt season. Me and you too, brother. That's something I learned this time, is that I'm more interested in doing the 25% Bitcoin forever and ever and ever. That way my portfolio doesn't take a giant douche. Doogie, I mean. Bakar. Nice to see you in here, Bakar. I haven't seen you before. You're a good man. Thank you for showing up and giving us support. On ETH, it looks like a head and shoulder pattern on the 4 hour. If it plays out, I could say 2100 for ETH. That's what I'm thinking too. But yeah, Harlem, I do think we're going to drop tomorrow. I'm actually kind of bearish. I don't know if you caught what I just went over, Harlem, but like the SPX is a super gross chart. Zebek with Sean was a super bearish chart. Bitcoin is not great either. Like, where were we just looking at? The 12 hour? We have a blood diamond, a red X. And I'm thinking, like, granted, this, we're just kind of projecting it, but if you look at the momentum wave down here, it looks like it can keep going. It looks like we could keep going. And you follow the green wave leaving, the green wave is leaving, and the VWAP's below the zero line, strength coming down, saying we're overbought. Like, it's just not staying. Another tweet will go down. If you look at it over here, we peak up and we couldn't close above that. So I would say that's a sign of more downward action. Bakar weekly looking mad bearish, dude. We're very, very close to looking mad bearish. I can't say that yet, but we are getting bearish divergence. Okay. We are getting a little bit of bearish divergence, but we haven't closed yet. We haven't closed. The momentum wave say it hasn't ended yet. We're very close, 46 or 47 to 46. The green wave's still up, and even the VWAP hasn't said we got bearish yet. We're out of one. We're still hanging in there by a thread. I'm very close to saying we're bearish. Well, I was also just saying Harlem too that we typically get all season at 1,084 days, and we're at like 1,020. So technically, not good news. Maybe we have 20 to 80. We have 60 days, possibly 2 months, which would put us into. Let's just say this month doesn't count. We'll say July, August, end of August, which puts September time frame, which actually really does line up with alt season. And also rate cuts. That's when I think we'll probably get rate cuts. It's kind of nerve-wracking, man. Kind of a little nerve-wracking. Whenever going to, yeah, I know. Well, you look at like the sentiment of like the normies out there, it's like it's all-time low. But the difference is between that, Bitcoin's at 105 and not 16,000. Yeah. The weekly does look like a reset. Is very close to inbound. But you could say bulls, we're in control, and we might lose control. I know one thing CryptoFace said, and I like to project out and be like, oh, it's obviously going to curve down. And I got caught with my pants off with everything out. You can't do that until it closes like that. Okay, so we might get a red dot. I've made plenty of trades and lost money and got a red dot. I'm like, that's it. We're going down. And I put a short in there. I look back like this, and there's a tweet, and the red dot disappears, and we're going back up. Okay, that's what they like to do. They like to try to get you really confused. So we wait for the confirmation. Now we have to get that confirmation, which is really a pain in the ass. I mean, but if you look at the monthly, we have a green dot. And we don't have. I would argue that we don't have bearish divergence. So the monthly is telling us alt season still inbound. The weekly saying, hey, we might drop like 20-30%, but hang in there. We're coming back. So that's what I would say. If monthly was saying bearishness too, I would be kind of crapping my pants. Ain't gonna lie to you guys. But I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, look at the money flows really thick back here. Where's this at? Where are we at? So we're on June 25th, June 1st, 2025, April. So we'll go back 4 years, June. So this would be the month that we're in, okay? 4 years ago. 4 years ago, what happened? We had the fake out. Guys. This month, you can't say this is not normal. This is 100% normal. Fake out June and July. And then we hit the blow off top, which FTX kind of shortchanged us on. But that blow off top lasted August, like we just said. We have 2 months that we hit altcoin season. August, September, October, November. Okay, so I would hold out to at least November. And we got the VWAP is slightly up too on the monthly. It's 2. So just hang in there. Turbo, my gosh, Harlem, me and you holding Turbo. Frick me, man. Some days, dude. If Turbo used to be my biggest bag, I don't know how much Turbo you had or have. At one point in time when Turbo peaked at its, you could probably math it out because I can't remember what my number is, but when Turbo peaked at its all-time high, I had like 35 grand of it. And I was like, oh hell yeah, we're going to 10 sets, baby. And I was let down. And now it's worth like, I don't know, 4, 5. Still holding though. Still holding my Turbo. You ever watch Roshan Rowe? He talks about Turbo a lot. Where's Turbo at? Why am I jumping over? There you go. We don't have anything, fellas. I'm out. Have to go to pick up the miss from work. Stay hydrated. Crypto Brew out. Jesse, stay hydrated. Drive safe, man. Drive safe picking up your girl. There's a lot of freaking bad drivers out there. And, man, dude, I see so many car accidents being a driver for a living. And, dude, crazy stuff happens. Caroline screwed us all back then. Yes, she did, Calvin. And then they try to give her this blonde actor to play her in Netflix. I'm like, get out of here with that. She ain't no blonde. Go find somebody else. Go to like, I don't even know. I wouldn't even know we could find an actor to replace her. It looks like a structure reset, you know. We did dip down. Oh, it was a pretty good dip. Double green dot. Who might? I want to be bullish, man. I'm nervous about everything else in the market because Turbo's going to follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin's bearish on. I would like to say we'll see it come up a little bit, get trigger wave to the downside, and kind of play a longer term pattern out. The nice thing is we are getting a little bit of like, we can't project out because it hasn't happened yet, right? We don't want to get ourselves screwed. ADA gain here, bro. You know, Bakar, I used to work with Ben Armstrong, BitBoy Crypto, and so did my partner Trent. We're a total ADA gang members, bro. And we got big plans for the channel. Bakar, I haven't seen you here before, and maybe you have. I would love it if you subscribe to our channel. It would mean a lot to me because I haven't gained a subscriber tonight, and if I did, that would make my night. That means I did something besides talk about bearish news. Okay, so we got oversold territory. You know, we are in a pretty key level of support. I think that's what we have going for us on Turbo. We do have a doji candle for a sign of a trend reversal. I would say I'm bullish for a fake out to the upside until I see something else. So I think we're going to pump up, but I don't know how high and if it's a serious pump. That's my thing about Turbo. Oof. I remember that. I remember those days. Those were bad days. You have all the support right here playing with us. Break that though. We break the 3-3 level. We're coming back down to 2-5. Hopefully we can hold it. The 200 is still coming up, which is a good sign. I'm going to project something out for a second. Stay with me. I'm going to paint down. We have the money flow leaving. Money flow coming in. We turn down. We peak out right here. We're going to kind of do something like this. That's what I'm hoping for. What do we see? You know, we could stay bearish for another smooth flow. Yeah, okay. You know, we're going to get a fake out. He was pushing it big back in 2020. Dude, I know what happened to Turbo, bro. Yeah, BitBoy, dog. You know BitBoy? Everybody know BitBoy. I still keep in somewhat contact with him. He's a good man. Yeah, the last couple months he went a little bit on the train where I can't agree with him on everything. I'm not gonna lie, but Bcarv. I'm sorry, did I say Bcarv? I was gonna say Bcarv. I'm sorry, Bcarv. I lost track. Yeah, you know, I like AJ. I like Jay Chains. I can't say that I agreed with him on all that stuff about Mr. X and everything. I think it was going a little bit deep. Time travel is a little bit worrying to me. I think I just found something. Check this out. This might make you feel a little bit better, Mr. Harlem. I just found something. I didn't even see it before. Check it out. Bullish divergence. That's almost a swoosh. That's almost a swoosh in there. Now, generally, bullish divergence plays out. I didn't even notice that before. He was pushing it big back in 2020. Dude, that guy could push big on anything, man. That guy has so much charisma and drive and spirit when it comes to crypto spaces. He genuinely cares about his community. I kid you not, man. Despises his enemies. 100%. I would not want to be an enemy. I got you, bro. Hey, thank you, Be-Carve. Be-Carve, what do you want to look at, man? Oh, yeah, dude, we got bullish divergence. Still turbo, still skyrocket. Roshan, dude, on YouTube, he thinks so. He was saying 100x still on his thumbnail. Do I think turbo can skyrocket? Yes. How do I think it's gonna go to what everybody else said, like 20 cents? I guess we'll have to wait and see for altcoin season. What I would guess, I could see 3 cents pretty solidly. I think 3 cents is realistic. Goal to 10x. And that's what I'm looking for. If I could find a coin that I could sell 10x on, I was buying Crow, man. That's one of the reasons I love Crow. I think it's an easy 10x. Easy. I think it's probably going to go higher than a 10x. I think Crow is one of the last ones to move in the market. Why, I have never know, but it does freaking great, and it shoots up quick. But can turbo skyrocket? Let's check it out. See if we can see anything else on a larger time frame. And check this out too. Bulls did not have control, they're gaining control. Okay, we might still be in the red, but we might make like another hump and gain more control. Okay, we might do something like the gain a little more control, make a trigger wave, and then boom, off to the races. And then the momentum wave, we could stay up like that for a while, and that would be precious. What chart is that for bullish divergence? That is, I'm using Hike and a She candles. I don't know how I see regular candles with these. You're looking at, I'm on Hike and a She 12 hour. Hike and a She 12 hour. It's also there for me on regular candles too. So a 12-hour time frame, plays out in 3, 4, 5 days. And I can see us getting pumping back up to maybe 5, half a penny again. Half a penny, and then we have to see where we're at. I don't want to do what SPX did over here, where we were just talking about earlier. They have a nasty double top on the monthly, and I think they're going to lose a lot. I mean, we were just looking at it. Be-Carve. Show you. We were looking at it. Bearish. You can see I wrote it up. I wrote it right there. Bearish. Because bull anchor trigger wave to the downside. Double top. We have a red X on market cipher. DBSI on market cipher is saying next candle is projected to be down. We've been looking at this funny. We actually looked at another pattern too. We have a negative 17 and action to the downside, and we back traced it all the way back over here to a previous double top with a higher negative 17 to the upside. And how we watched that play it out, and it didn't play out super good. And then if you check it out over here, we have a structure reset, anchor trigger wave to the upside. We shoot up along the green dot, red dot, exit out, wait, reset, green dot, shoot up, red dot, get out, green dot, get in, red dot, get out, green dot, get in, red dot, get out. And we're at the top. And now we're coming down. You have a green dot, you open up, get back in, doesn't break a new all-time high, or new all-time high, whatever you want to call it. And then we get a red dot saying get out. That was a fake out. We didn't have the momentum. And now we're coming down. You mean the coin? That was turbo we were looking at previously. This is SPX 6900. Yes, sir. I'm trying to see if we could get J Chains on the show and hang out with you guys, do an interview with them. I was actually talking to him today. He's pretty busy right now, but we'll see what he says if he gets back to us. Everything's not properly. Yeah. You mean the coin? Oh. Did you see the coin, Mr. B card? Dollar is pumping too. The DXY is pumping. That's another sign to Bitcoin probably going to go down. We have snake eyes, double green dots, structure reset. Money flow has been in the red. Now it's coming up. The strong VWAP, strong strength. Green lines and we're oversold on the 12-hour. And I think we're in a structure reset. Oh. All right, guys. Thank you. I think I gotta go, man. I'm tired. But we'll be back tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific Northwestern time. It's wherever you are from wherever you're at. It's about an hour and 15 minutes earlier than where we're at currently. But please, guys, if you haven't, smash that golden like button. We're an up-and-coming channel. We have a lot of special things planned for you guys, believe it or not. We don't smash it down, but smash it up to the upside. That's what we'd like to see. We also have the subscribe bell. It's covered in beer because of the mistakes I made earlier. But come on, ring. 1, 2, there we go. The subscribe bell is located in that corner right there. There you go. You found it. But thank you guys for showing up for us. Brew Crew community sticks together. We're going to be through this whole thing with you guys. We're going to help educate you guys as best as we can. Not financial advice, but we're just trying to help you. And we're going to go over every single coin every single day. Like I said, we have about 2 months traditionally for altcoin season. We looked at the monthly candles. You guys saw June 2021, it was bad. July was bad, and August it peaked till up to November. We just kept going up, going up, going up. And that's what I'm thinking again, guys. I'm thinking August, sometime in August maybe, we'll start hitting that runway, and we're going to just plow through it. So, stick around. We appreciate you guys showing up. We're the most hydrated community out there. And we make our own music too, by the way. This music my wife created. We're a little small studio doing our own little thing, but we're building. We got big plans. And, dude, I don't know about you guys. I really liked around the blockchain, and I'm working on something where we can bring something similar like that back. But anyways, guys, thank you for showing up. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thank you, Bicar, kicking ass and subscribing. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.